The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center, gains more control over the e5 square, and strengthens the d4 pawn. g6 prepares to fianchetto, the dark squared bishop on g7, where it will sit on the long diagonal. c4 gains space on the queen side in the center and prepares to develop the knight to c3. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. g3 prepares to fianchetto the light-squared bishop to g2, where it will control the center from the long diagonal. Castling gets the king out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. This fianchettos the bishop by placing it on a powerful diagonal. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Textbook play so far. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. This threatens to force doubling of pawns. Solid. Continuing with standard opening theory. This blocks an attack on a pawn. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This threatens to tactically win a rook. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. The knight moves forward into the game. Solid choice in the opening. White develops the bishop and attacks the center. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This is not the right idea. This threatens to force weakened backward pawns. This is the only good move. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This is an equal trade. Recaptures. This blocks the attack on a pawn that could have been captured. This forces the opponent to have isolated doubled pawns, which ruins their structure. Takes back. White's knight has moved to a square with greater activity and control. This threatens to kick a knight. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This kicks a knight. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This allows the knight to control more squares. Very precise. Black's knight has moved to a square with greater activity and control. This is a fair move. That's fine. This defends the attacked pawn. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. This permits the opponent to kick a knight. This misses an opportunity to kick a knight. There was only one good move there, and Black did not spend enough time trying to find it. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This allows the opponent to force an isolated pawn. This forces the opponent to isolate a pawn. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. This moves the knight to safety. This defends the attacked pawn. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. One of the best moves. This overlooks an opportunity to take an open file with a rook. This is not the right idea. This is the only move that works. This is an equal trade. Takes back. This gives away a free knight. That was a free knight. This makes a passed pawn. This is the only good move. This defends a knight that was under attack and had no defenders. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. This overlooks an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. This is the strongest option. This is the only move that works. This blocks the check from an opposing rook. This moves the bishop to safety. Right on target. This allows the opponent to win a pawn through a fork. A solid choice. A very strong play. This is a fair move. Very precise. This is the only good move. This evades the check from the pawn. This is the strongest option. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. Taking that pawn wins material after the follow-up trades are made. There was only one good move there, and White did not spend enough time trying to find it. This steps away from the checking knight. This move puts the knight on a safer square. This is the only move that works. This evades the check from the knight. This permits the opponent to pin a knight to the king. This threatens to win a knight by overloading a defender. This prevents the opponent from being able to win a knight by overloading a defender. This overlooks an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack. There was only one good move there, and white did not spend enough time trying to find it. This overlooks an opportunity to move a bishop to safety. Recaptures. Black was worse off, but now they are in a losing position. There was only one good move there, and white did not spend enough time trying to find it. This is the only good move. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This is an equal trade. Right on target. This is the only move that works. This defends the attacked knight. This move puts the rook on a safer square. Very precise. This moves the rook to safety. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This defends the attacked pawn. One of the best moves. This is the strongest option. This allows the opponent to win material by checking the king away from its defense. This misses a better way to capture a free pawn. This wins material by checking the king away from providing defense. This evades the check from the rook. That knight was free for the taking. This puts the rook behind the other player's passed pawn. Pushing a passed pawn. A solid choice. This defends the attacked pawn. Right on target. Very precise. This steps away from the checking rook. This defends the attacked pawn. That's fine. This is the strongest option. A very strong play. Right on target. One of the best moves. Very precise. A solid choice. A very strong play. One of the best moves. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. A solid choice. Pushing a passed pawn. A very strong play. This steps away from the checking rook. This is the strongest option. One of the best moves. This steps away from the checking rook. A solid choice. This steps away from the checking rook. This permits the opponent to capture a rook and win material after the follow-up trade.